There are some preseason games that are not meant to be preseason game. Like for example, you see this Chelsea versus Tottenham game. How would you put in that kind of London derby as a preseason game? It is more like if you are putting Manchester United versus Manchester City. That is not a preseason game now. But now you see this game, it came at an advantage to Chelsea. And from this game now, there are three major things that we have learnt, that assuming this game did not happen, we couldn't have learnt it at all. We could have entered, Chelsea could have entered into this new season blinded, right? Now come with me, let me give you the full story. Now I know many of you will say, come on chooks, you see this game is just a preseason game, there's nothing really there to learn, it's just preseason, and that is what it is. Guy, let me let you understand something, because most of the times people don't really see it this way. It is through preseason that is when you will know whether the season is going to be sweet. Now, one of the things that we have learned from this Chelsea versus Spurs game is that you see that boy Jamie Gittins has collected that left wing spot. I know you will say it's a lie, we bought Morgan Rogers. Baba, the way this guy has been balling, this guy is clearly telling Morgan Rogers that, Rogers, Baba, forget the fact that they bought you for over 100 and something million. Oh. If you want this spot, Baba, you have to put in a fight. Because now, there's one thing I want you guys to understand about Jamie Gittin, because I know so many people have been so critical about this boy, is that when Jamie Gittin first came to Chelsea, this guy was looking way more like he was looking very unsettled, and it was like he lacked a little bit of confidence. Because we know, those that have watched Jimmy Gittins before at Borussia Dortmund, we know what he's capable of doing. We know what he did and what, like, with the ball on his feet, what he can do. But now he came to Chelsea, and we now notice that, Baba, this guy is not really that settled. Like, the confidence was not really there like that. Yes, we saw some like glimpse of what he can become, but it was like something is missing. And I'm very sure that why it was like that at the beginning of the season was that he didn't really have a proper preseason with this Chelsea team. Because if you look at the two preseason Chelsea has played, this guy in the first preseason, he scored a goal. And in the second preseason, he still gave an assist, which is this game against Spurs. And you could see him, how he was trying to take on players, trying to cross. See the assist he gave to Estavio, like from nowhere, right? So you see that left wing spot, Chelsea be expecting mad competition in that left wing position. Now, number two is that, see, Chelsea fans, let me be honest with you, be ready for breakfast and lower your expectation entering into this new season, because Xabi Alonso is still rebuilding. And you see this Spurs game, it has just shown us that exactly, because it is clear that Xabi Alonso is still finding a pattern in this team. And now when you are rebuilding, it will take you time before you find the correct players that can fit into the system you are trying to build. Before you find the correct pattern, it's going to take you like a while. It's going to take you games, failing, right? Failing, winning, failing, before you can be able to figure out that perfect pattern. And clearly, you could see it in this Spurs game. It was so evident, because look at how slow Chelsea was in the build-up. Look at how slow they were trying to build up. They were very slow. Even trying to even move the ball forward, they were still very slow. Everything was almost like a gradual process. They more like if they were just passing. It was, at some point, it was looking like this pass is pointless. Because now, if you look at Spurs was already on a red card, and what you were expecting is for Chelsea to completely like vanquish them. But upon all the fact that Spurs was on a red card, because when red card came early, I think came in the 49th minute. If you had missed that part, you wouldn't have even known that Spurs was on a red card, because it was more like a 50-50. It was more like if Spurs was even the one looking more threatening in that game. And you see that midfield, I just confirmed the main reason why they bought Ederson. Because, Baba, you cannot use those midfield, you can't use them in the Premier League. The two of them, you can't use them, because there will be cases whereby Chelsea might not have Caicedo or Enzo Fernandez. Anything can happen this season. Both of them can pick injury, right? Anything can happen. But now, the addition of Ederson, what that thing will do for this Zabi Alonso side is that it will still give them that stability and discipline in that midfield. Now, number three, and you see this number three is the most important one, the last and the most important one is that Chelsea, I use God name and beg you, sell Delap and Tosin, because I'm not seeing any value those guys are giving to this Chelsea side. I don't see any value at all. In fact, instead of to keep Delap in that squad, sell him for as low as 20 million and use Magay to be your like your backup number 9. Honestly, I feel that that guy is the best option to be your backup number 9. Not not Leon Delap. But that guy is just an overhyped English player that is just almost like a bodybuilder, a fighter, a wrestler. Why is he Tosin? Oh my god. I don't know. It's more like if Tosin, the way he plays, is I don't want to play for Chelsea. Okay, let me still play. I don't want to play for Chelsea. You can't be having inconsistent performances back to back and you still want to remain in a club like Chelsea.